Hey everyone, Teevee here. Thank you for tuning in. And today I wanted to share with you my story at the 8-year point since I quit my job. 8 years ago today, March 1st, 2009, I quit my job. Many of you may actually know that story. Many of you may not. I quit 9 years ago to be home with my daughters. I was relatively freshly divorced, and I was spending little to no time with them. I was still in the grocery business, and I was miserable, and I literally felt shitty because despite my best attempts, I wasn't home with my daughters because I had a full-time job that now required me to work all types of shifts again, as many of you may know if you work in the retail business, grocery business to be exact. And so I decided to quit 9 years ago and just take this massive plunge. And 8 years now later, here I am. It's been a tough journey, as you can imagine. The first few years were extremely tough. Anyone that's started any business or done anything crazy like that knows that the first 2-3 years, if you can make it, I've concluded if you can make it past the first 2 or 3 years, stay in business and not die, then you probably are going to make it simply because you have something inside of you that doesn't let you quit, and you make some sacrifices and you're able to make ends meet. And I was. So thankfully that helped. And 8 years now to the day, here I am, and things are coming along. They're going really well, and things, if at the pace they're going, are exponentially going to blow up this year and moving into the 10-year anniversary. At 10 years, I'm actually curious where I'll be. That'll be amazing. But the big point today I wanted to share is that many people, including myself, when I first quit and started this, felt absolutely terrible because I had no skills in business. I was great at managing. I was great at leading people. Did that for almost 18 years, a good portion of that at the grocery store, retail level. But I used to think that was a terrible thing, that I didn't have a business education, that I just had these weird things that didn't matter in business. And one of the big things that I've come to realize in the Epiphanies that I've realized is the truth is anything you do today, whether if you're in business or not, anything that you've done in your past, especially as it relates to retail, for me, parenting even, those are skills that you really can bring into, you can really develop and help you in business. I had no idea that my customer service skills are actually one of my assets in my business because I really care about my customers. I really care about them being happy and try to do everything I can to that end. I didn't know that customer service mattered, and well, of course it does, but I didn't realize it was going to help me that much because I truly want to do a good job. I don't treat people like numbers, and I really care, and apparently my follow through and especially my responsiveness is really, really good, and I have no idea because I don't deal with other marketers like that, but other businesses, other web designers, marketing firms that my clients have worked with in the past, it's not uncommon that they won't even get a response back to their inquiries till a day or two later, which is stupid in my opinion. In some way or another, they should get some type of response to know that they're being taken care of, they're heard, and they're going to be taken care of or followed through on their issue. So if you're in a situation where you think that your skill, what you're doing right now doesn't matter, the truth is that it is. So in some way or another, whether it's just a matter of just staying in the job you're in right now and doing a good job, that skill in and of itself is amazing because you actually care enough to do a good job even if you may be unhappy. Somebody told me once, and I forgot who it was, and you're not just going to turn that on because now you have the dream job. You're going to turn on your passion and actually do the job you were hired to do. Either you do it or you don't, no matter in the situation you're in. So if you feel like you're not doing the best job you can, that's probably not a good sign of your future endeavors. Because even when the stakes are higher, you're not just going to turn it on. Either you have it or you don't. You're going to keep going. And if you can do it in situations that are not the best of circumstances, then what would you do for yourself? Actually, that's something I thought about years ago. It's like, man, especially when I quit, if I can work this hard for someone else, what could I do for myself, especially if it benefits me, benefits my family, and keeps me going? Why can't I work this hard for myself? If I knew that I could do that for someone else, and I did. I used to bust my ass, and here I am. Anyways, that's the lesson of the day, the story of the day, and I just wanted to share that with you, especially today on the 8-year anniversary of walking away. Thank you to anyone that's watching. Have a great day. Feel free to message me, contact me if you have any questions. Ta-ta.